There are plenty of ways to let the world know you're living your best life. Some people launch a podcast. Others get a fresh haircut and call it personal growth. Harry, though, goes for a more traditional, eco-conscious, and highly profitable method. Head to Aspen, link up with a wealthy friend, click into a pair of skis, and just happen to cross paths with photographers who absolutely, definitely, pinky swear they weren't tipped off beforehand.
Yes, Harold has once again been spotted doing what he does best, turning leisure into personal growth. This time, the setting is Aspen, Colorado, the natural playground of billionaires, influencers, and anyone who casually says, the energy here just hits different. According to Hello magazine, Harry was photographed skiing alongside his longtime friend and polo pal, Nacho Figueras. The images surfaced on December 17th, because nothing screams private escape quite like a carefully timed media release. Reportedly, Harry spent around 4 hours on the mountain. A full 4 hours. Nearly a half workday, if we're being generous. He was outfitted with sunglasses, a helmet, and full ski gear, which is reassuring, because otherwise people might have mistaken him for the guy selling hot cocoa. One eager source told Hello that Harry and Nacho skied together, shared lunch, and enjoyed the sort of relaxed male bonding that, oddly enough, never seems to appear when Meghan is present. We're told Harry looked happy, truly happy, almost suspiciously so. Like, wow. He actually cracked a genuine smile for once. Also in attendance, a group of male friends. Missing in action, his wife and their 2 children. Apparently, the kids didn't make the cut for this winter wonderland getaway, even though William and Harry themselves grew up skiing and loved it. But hey, why make lasting family memories when you can generate backgrid content? Don't worry though. The Sussexes are still set to celebrate Christmas together at their Montecito home. Just later. After Dad ticks off his snow fix, polo fix, pap fix, and whatever else needs fixing, family time is important. Just not quite important enough to interrupt a ski and bromance tour. And because just skiing wasn't enough, Harry also stopped by to watch and then join a snow polo match in Aspen. According to Aspen Snow Polo's Instagram, Harry is slated to compete on the Aspen Valley team in the St. Regis World Snow Polo Championship. Meanwhile, Nacho Figueras plays on the opposing St. Regis team with his 2 sons, Arto and Hilario. A wholesome family affair. Unless you happen to be Harry's kids. In that case, enjoy a quiet stay-at-home Christmas with Mom. Photos from December 17th show Harry on horseback, fully decked out in polo gear, looking very serious. A spokesperson confirmed he was filling in for a friend, because Harry is always generous when it comes to helping others, especially if cameras and prestige are involved. As Aspen temperatures dropped well below freezing, Meghan Markle seemed to be feeling the heat, at least on Instagram. She shared a photo of Harry in the middle of a polo match with the simple caption, "Oh, hello there." That's it. That's the entire caption. Flirty, random, vibes? Completely unclear. Unsurprisingly, the internet responded with a mix of confusion, suspicion, and side-eye. Was it a thirst post? A little morale boost? A subtle distraction from the ongoing Thomas Markle drama? Or just a way to quietly remind everyone that yes, the marriage is totally fine? No one really knows, but everyone noticed. Now let's talk about Harry and Nacho. The chemistry, the ease, the way Harry seems completely relaxed, grinning like a man who's just escaped something or someone. It didn't go unnoticed how different he appears with Nacho compared to his public appearances with Meghan. Some people went full armchair psychoanalyst, speculating about Harry's preference for male companionship, his alleged treatment of women, and why he seems to light up only around the bros. Others simply asked, why is it so effortless for him to plan a luxury ski trip with Nacho, yet apparently impossible to reconcile with his wife's sick, disabled father? Speaking of fathers, while Harry was carving up the slopes in Aspen, Meghan's father was reportedly critically ill, openly expressing his wish to see his daughter. And yet, here we are. Harry, skiing, poloing, smiling for the pap cameras, instead of offering support or resources, instead of sitting at the bedside, instead of, living up to the compassionate humanitarian image he promotes. Harry chose snow. Glorious, Instagram-ready snow. For many observers, the optics were far from good. Actually, they were downright terrible. One of the biggest questions arising from this saga, why are there paparazzi photos at all? Wasn't Harry the same person who claimed that camera flashes gave him Diana-level PTSD? Wasn't privacy the very reason for stepping back from royal life? And yet, here we have crystal clear HD close-up shots of Harry and Nacho in Aspen, seemingly oblivious to the cameras. Those familiar with Aspen were quick to point out, paparazzi don't just hang around casually, especially not in mid-December when snowfall is light and tourists are scarce. Critics pointed out that the only thing Backgrid really waits for is a simple phone call, and surprise, surprise, the photos were indeed from Backgrid. Observers tore apart the images, the closeness, the clarity, the angles, and the fact that Hello somehow managed to snap 11 full photos without ever catching Harry on a chairlift, in a gondola, or even with a single speck of snow on his pants. Also noted, Harry's completely wrong way of carrying skis, tails planted on concrete, bindings under unnecessary stress. Amateur hour. In families who actually ski, even toddlers are taught to carry their own skis correctly. Yet Hello praised him anyway, presumably for not making security do it. And the helmet meant to protect the brain, which, according to some commenters, seemed entirely optional in this case. With Meghan reportedly keeping a low profile due to family drama, many concluded that Harry was just picking up the pap walk slack. A marriage of equals, after all. Someone's got to handle the bills. The last photo, some joked, looked like Harry texting Meghan, "Mission accomplished, they got the shots." Critics argue this perfectly sums up the lifestyle Harry wanted taxpayers to fund forever. Zero service, maximum perks, luxury travel, elite sports, rich friends, and the occasional monetized smile, all while preaching about compassion to the world. Then there's the polo itself, the so-called sport of kings, now played on snow. As always, animal welfare concerns came up, especially given Harry's controversial history with polo horses, including allegations of rough riding and past incidents involving injured or even deceased animals. Videos and photos show Harry yanking the reins, jabbing with his heels, and riding horses that are arguably too small for him. Comparisons to King Charles and Prince Philip, both skilled, disciplined riders, only highlight Harry's lack of finesse. And let's not forget the pregnant mare incident. Or the irony of claiming to be a humanitarian while taking part in a sport that costs hundreds per ticket and relies on overworked animals slipping on ice. So, what's the takeaway here? A man frolicking while families face struggles. A couple demanding honesty while unintentionally revealing the truth through their actions. A prince turned paid sideshow, helping sell $642 tickets to wealthy spectators who can now say they got up close and personal with royalty. Nothing screams, just a regular guy, like playing polo in Aspen. Nothing says, serving others, quite like skiing through scandal. Harry sought freedom. What he ended up with was total exposure. And every snowy, that perfectly staged HD shot from this Aspen getaway only adds another chapter to a story that seems to be writing itself. The truth? It's right there, on the slopes.